Bet you're wondering where I disappeared to. Spoilt ya. Give you daily uploads, and then all of a sudden, disappeared like that. No, I haven't disappeared. I've been working. So if you didn't know, I run Gresswells. And yeah, I just do all sorts of custom car work, rust repair. Well, this is sort of the thing that I've been doing. As you can see, that's a bit mad. So yeah, this has been in the workshop for a couple of months now. Just been doing this on the side sort of. And yeah, this is the sort of stuff I build. This came as like a half-finished project, and now, although it may not look it, you can get in this and drive it away now. There's a lot of custom work gone into this. Widened rear quarters, a lot of suspension work in the front. This is a JDM Del Sol, by the way, if you didn't know. Genuine Mugen front bumper. Just lots of custom work to make this car drive as it should. Like, there's a lot of camber, negative 15 degrees all around. Like I said, the arches have been rolled. They've been widened and reinforced, so it can sit in the barrel like so. And yeah, they're probably about an inch wider than stock, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell if I'm honest, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is what I do day to day. Not crazy mad stuff like this all the time, but oh yeah, this is Simon's. He owns and co-owns Gitterworks, and they make the steering wheels and the seats and all that jazz. But obviously this needs to be finished. They're busy blokes, so it was me to finish it. Yeah, I don't do all this crazy stuff all the time, but in general, this is what I do, pretty much. Got an EF here, put rear quarters on it, seal repairs, inner and outer. This was really badly repaired for the filler, so now it's got all new panels in here. So that's good. That's just been finished today, so yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, I wish it was, but it's not just a play shop where I just work on my own cars all day. I do have to work on customers' cars and earn my money that way. So that's what keeps the bills over the head. And me doing my own stuff, oh, who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to do that for a living. That'd be nice. Yeah. And yeah, basically last week where I was doing daily uploads, I had a week off. I say I had a week off. I gave myself a week off. Perks of being self-employed. Just smashed it out. And I was on a bit of a parts, yeah, I was lacking some parts and stuff. I like to build cars in a certain way, all the procedure. So if you don't build it the right way, then it's not gonna work. You have to take stuff back off. So I was at that point where I needed to wait for some bits to come in, which I have done. I'll show you those in a sec. Still waiting for my clutch, But yeah, I'm gonna jump back on it today. Quick video, a little bit of an update, a little bit of a chat, and hopefully that is I'll get this out tonight and that'll be good. Yeah, that's actually an unreleased logo. I've got a bunch of hoodies. I'm trying to make some stickers and stuff like that, just for realistically customers or anyone else that wants them. But that's a future thing for me. I'm so busy doing everything else that I don't really get time to do that sort of thing. So yeah, that's to come. If you're interested in something like that, let me know, because I'll get on it and do it. Because if there's a demand, I'll do it. There's the apprentice. There's my bike. And here, if you don't know what's under all this rubbish, this is my baby. This is a Nissan Prairie. Now, the story about this car is, they're quite rare cars. They're ugly, but they are quite good. So this car was owned by a vicar, and I was looking for one. And it wasn't advertised for sale. It was for sale once I messaged the guy through Instagram. So basically I searched for Nissan Prairie on the Instagram hashtag, and yeah, this was in there, and it was completely multicolored, and they basically took it on a stag do to the Nürburgring. So yeah, I messaged the guy and I was like, what on earth are you doing with this car? It looked absolutely terrible. And he was like, yeah, we just come back from a stag do. We've gone around the Nürburgring a couple of times, and we literally just got back a couple of days ago. And I was like, man, I really, 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 really want that car. And he's like, replied like, why? And just because I like terrible stuff. He's like, yeah, we'll sell it to you for what we paid for it. And I was like, oh, wicked. How much is that? He's like, 150 quid. I thought, sound, I'll come get it. So I went down to Epsom to go and buy it. I took my mate Marco, didn't tell him what we was going to get. We show up and this is here, and he's like in absolute disbelief, like, oh my God, what have you bought? So yeah, he was in absolute disbelief. And I was just in hysterics the whole time I was buying it. And then I had to drive it back, fully covered in this paint. It said Sunshine Bus on the back window. There was a massive penis down the side. Just flowers and awful stuff all over it. It was awful. Yeah, I drove it home. No casualties, well there was, but I won't talk about it. Yeah, next day, snow foamed it and all the paint was water-based, so it all just washed off and it came off with like a rainbow effect. It was really cool. I might still have a video and I'll stick it in here. The wheels that are on my Toyota that you may have seen, they started their life for this car. Now, they are still for this car. I will find some more wheels for the Toyota, but coincidentally, they fit perfectly to the Toyota. But they are for this car, and I had it just on the floor. I put blue window tints on it. When you're inside and there's cars following you, it just looks like police lights the whole time. It's petrifying. Yeah, I just had it on the floor and it was just hilarious. We'd sleep in it. This pillar doesn't exist. This one here, there's nothing there, if you don't know. So like where you'd normally have a seatbelt, this one is on the door. See that there? So that pillow is just not there. And yeah, I took it to Edition 38 a couple of times. There's a lot of people getting in it, getting drunk in it, sleeping in it. So yeah, it's earned its keep. And I took it to bits. Got in this unit, took it to bits, and it's never seen the road since. Cut it to bits as well, but I have a big plan for that. I really do want to build that into something stupid, like, because it's now a sentimental part. It's the second oldest car I've ever owned. And if you know me, I sell my cars quick. So for me to keep that is, yeah, is a good car. Anyway, I'm just rambling on now. This video is probably about 40 minutes long, and I'm just talking about that. Basically, end goal is to make it just nuts, really. Body dropped, quick, sideways, all that jazz. I just want it to do everything and just have no purpose but to be ridiculous. And it will. It will. It 100% will. But for now, it's just a shed and a shelf, which is really nice. Anyway, I'm going to show you the bits that I got now. The beast. I've also got clears on the rear of the Honda. Clear rears. Love that. This car will be so cool when it's done, but you know, I've got many projects. Aha! Number one, we have a new diff cover, so that can go back together. Number two, we have new hubs. Well, original hubs. They've been re-drilled to 5x114.3, so my wheels now fit. Obviously, the discs have been done. New wheel bearings, new discs. Obviously the rear discs were already new. These are just the old hubs. The bearings that go onto these are new. Yeah. So now I've got all this. The car can go back together. Also as well, spoilers off. I've got another one for this. It will be color coded. You'll see that in the end. Here's the front as well. Re-drilled. I was assured that that was all right. Wizard of Lock literally sell these hubs, so you can go and buy these. I'm pretty sure they're like £120 for the pair. People get a bit iffy that they're not drilled in a press-in like this. But the engineer told me that this is absolutely solid. He basically told me you'll never have to worry about it, and he's an old man that's been doing this his whole life, and I trust him. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if you want, you can just buy those hubs, but I took those to a local engineer man, not engineer man, an engineer. Took it to an engineer, the old type, you know, the type where the bloke's been doing it his entire life. These are tight. I hope they fit. Hubs came with a new nut, which is always nice. Stick a bit of grease on there, never hurt. Don't ever do it uptight. I think he's drilling wrong. I think he's drilled them wrong. For fuck's sake. Forget what I said. Shit. He drilled it all wrong. I gave him the wheel, I gave him the hub. I told him what needs to be done, I showed him pictures. The hub. Oh! I gotta go take it back. This is the real world, I guess. It's just annoying because I was just saying how great he was, and he was telling me how great he was, and that his tolerances were bang on, and I'm always very accurate. Now I have a set of hubs and discs that are not the same. How does that even happen? I don't know. That was gonna be a video. But obviously it can't be a video now. Sucks so much. Don't know what to do now. Stitch myself up. That's so annoying. Let's just sort of put it into perspective. If I don't have the hubs, I can't put the wheels on. If I can't put the wheels on, I can't roll the arches. If I don't roll the arches, I can't get it on the ground. I can't drive it around the yard. If I don't have the rear, I can't drive it around the yard. It's like I need those wheels to fit. Oh my God. I'm going home. No, actually, I'm going to the engineer shop. I don't even know. All brand new wheel bearings and everything. They're just like useless now. Been there, spoke to him, and like just sort of had it on the bench working it out together. Done the rears are fine. The rear discs are fine. Well, basically what he needs to do, he's going to open up the holes on the discs, because he drilled the rear flanges first, then he did one of the front ones, and one of the front ones is a bit tight. It's probably like 1 mil off, but the rears are good, and one of the front halves is 1 mil off. And then the one that I had when I was videoing, 4 of the holes are good, and one of them is just like 3 or 4 mil away, and neither of us can figure out why or how. So they only work, they only line up one way. So he thought they lined up. He's checked it and gone, yeah, sound, because you think if one lines up, all 5 are going to line up, but they don't. It's just one section. So the other 4 different variations that you have don't line up. It's just the one that lined up, and we don't know how he's done it wrong. But yeah, he spotted this off the one front hub he did wrong, so he did 4 this slightly off. Basically, he needs to open up some holes on the disc, and he's going to redo one of the front hubs. It's annoying. It's a brain fart. We've literally been there about half an hour, just like twisting the hub around and trying to figure out what's gone on and how that's happened, because his jig is all hub centric and everything. It's just like, I don't know, but got there in the end, I think. He says he's gonna do it tomorrow, but I don't know. At this rate, I'm gonna just buy the hubs that you can buy from Wizard of Lock. I'll just buy those, and then that'll be fine, and then I won't have this headache. And from that, the end of the video is here. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm going home to edit this video, and then I'll put it up tonight. Cheers.